Alright folks, we are just finished talking about the key press video in the previous, or pre-pressed functions in the previous video. Now we're just going to take a look just to see what else is going on. Just so you know, I'm not doing anything in the game over, or the intro, or the pause modes right now. I'm going to leave that for you to do. You can fill in these with the title of the game and some buttons to sort of advance us from one to the other. You can get your pause mode set up and also your button to go in and out of pause from the game function. For game over, pretty straightforward to display the game over. We'll have a few more criteria around that, displaying points and high score and that kind of stuff. But the main show right now that you need to learn about is going to be in the game tab and the game function. So let's take a look at what's going on. Here's our game function and our game clicks. Nothing going on for clicks right now, but we have these things happening. What is this? We have a ball function and a paddle function. So the ball function is just a function that I wrote, and so is the paddle function. This ball function just contains the code to make the ball move and bounce. The paddle function contains the code to have the paddle move when the key Boolean variables become true. So the ball function, pretty straightforward. I'll show you where it is. Just like we have the void game function and void game clicks, just below those we have the void ball function. So the ball is just a ellipse that's drawn at bx and by. And I decided to make it 20, but that's not the only size it can be, so feel free to change it up a little bit. Here's the code for movement. This is straight out of the target clicking game, exactly the same. And then there's two if statements afterwards. That's all about bouncing off the left and right walls, and this is bouncing off the top and bottom walls. And that's it. That's basically the code for the ball. So you can see that when the ball function is called, basically all this code gets called and it happens. You might wonder, why didn't I just put it up here? So the main reason is because that keeps our game function clean. It keeps it separated and organized. So if I ever want to change how the ball looks or moves, I can just find all that code right in here, and I don't have to search through the game function. It won't get tangled up with other things that are happening. Keeps things organized. Next is the paddle function, and it's pretty straightforward, but you might not know how to do it. So let's look at it. Oh, 3 lines of code. So all it is it draws the paddle. It's a lot bigger than the ball, and we're using px and py for its position. And then check out these if statements. These are the Boolean variables, so either true or false. So when they're true, we're going to change the position of px. We're going to make it go to the right. When left key is true, we'll move it to the left. And that's going to be what causes it to move around like this. So if I go up in here, I'm pressing the keys left and right. That's why they're moving left and right. There's a little more work for everyone to do, but this is basically the end of the content of the video. So if you have understood this, then that's fantastic. Feel free to rewind, watch again if some of this isn't making sense. But I think the main thing to understand is, how does, or at least the newest thing to understand is how this code interacts with the keyboard tab and this code here. If you have questions about that, please let me know. Otherwise, I think that's the majority of the new content. A lot of it's sort of similar to what we've done before, so look forward to some object-oriented stuff coming up soon. In the meantime, some things for you to change are going to be making it so that you set up your other modes. So we don't have anything going on in the intro function. Go ahead, add some lovely intro graphics and or text and buttons as well to allow you to go to the next thing. We worked on the game function, but here's game over. Nothing going on in there yet. Why don't you fill some stuff in there? Pause. Set up your pause mode. Make it so you can click and pause your game and then return. And those are going to be the main things for you to accomplish today. If you can get all that done, plus the stuff that we did together in the game function, you're doing great. And that's going to be that for today. Thanks a lot, everybody.